Today, we're going to explore some amazing natural phenomena on Earth that scientists have explained, but they still remain somewhat beyond full understanding. Let's begin. Number 1. Frozen bubbles in Canada. In Canada, there is a unique natural occurrence near beautiful mountains that draws many tourists in the winter. This phenomenon is a large area filled with frozen bubbles. The bubbles spread over an area of 28 meters, and during winter, they freeze. However, once the water around them thaws, countless round bubbles form. These bubbles are easy to spot from the middle of the bright blue sky, which makes this place a popular winter tourist spot. These bubbles may look beautiful, but they're actually quite dangerous. If even a small flame is introduced to them, they can explode with a loud burst.
Why?
These bubbles are made of methane gas, which comes from decaying plants beneath the surface. When the water freezes in winter, the gas bubbles also freeze inside. Even though they're frozen, the methane gas is still there. A small spark can set off an explosion because methane is highly flammable. The bubbles cover an area of 28 kilometers, making this place very risky. Number 2. Moving stones in Death Valley, USA. In Death Valley, located in the United States, there is a strange occurrence where stones appear to move on their own, leaving trails behind them. These stones are so heavy that no one can move them by hand, yet they seem to shift across the desert floor. For years, people were puzzled by this mystery. How could such heavy stones move by themselves? And why were there no footprints to suggest that someone had moved them? Some people even came up with imaginative stories, claiming that ghosts or spirits were responsible for the movement of the stones. However, a group of scientists took a closer look and found the real answer. In 2001, Richard Norris, a paleontologist from the University of California, placed some rocks in the area and started watching them using a high-resolution camera. For 12 years, the stones remained in place. But in 2013, Norris noticed that the stones had moved and left trails behind them. The reason for this strange phenomenon is linked to rain and ice. During the winter months, rain falls in Death Valley and water collects in the area. At night, the temperature drops, causing the water to freeze into a layer of ice. The ice, being lighter than the rocks, floats on the water, and when strong winds blow, the ice moves and pushes the stones, dragging them along the ground. This creates the mysterious trails that people have noticed. Number 3. The strange beach in Mexico. On the coast of Mexico, there is a small island called Marriott Island. It's located about 7 kilometers from the mainland and is known for its unique feature, Hayden Beach. At first glance, it looks like a normal beach, but there's something very odd about it. The beach is actually a depression in the land, surrounded by the ocean. People can swim in the sea here, but the beach itself is an unusual feature of the island. This beach's story goes back to when the Mexican army conducted bomb tests on the island. These tests caused a hole to form in the ground, which eventually connected with the sea. Because the island is much higher than sea level, water began to fill the hole, creating a beach on what was once just a barren piece of land. This is how this strange beach came to be, and it continues to draw attention because of its unusual formation. Number 4. Fireballs in Thailand. In Thailand, there is a phenomenon that happens every year in the Phong Sari district along the Mekong River. On a particular night, people see fireballs rising from the river into the sky. These fireballs are orange and can vary in size, with some as large as basketballs. They shoot up quickly and disappear into the night sky. This phenomenon is called Naga fireballs and is most visible during the end of October, on the night of the Buddhist celebration. Locals believe that these fireballs come from a giant snake-like creature called Naga, which lives in the river and spits fireballs into the sky. However, scientists don't agree with this explanation and have worked hard to find the real cause of these fireballs. Some experts believe the fireballs might be related to phosphine gas released from the river. Phosphine can sometimes ignite in the air, causing bursts of fire. But this theory doesn't explain why the fireballs appear only on this one night every year. In 2002, a Thai television station made a documentary that suggested the fireballs might be caused by people on the other side of the river shooting tracer rounds from guns. The tracer rounds, when fired into the air, can look like fireballs, especially at night. The TV documentary suggested that this was the real reason behind the phenomenon, but many people still reject this explanation, and the mystery of the fireballs continues. In conclusion, these natural phenomena are still fascinating and mysterious, even though scientists have given us some explanations. The frozen methane bubbles in Canada, the moving stones in Death Valley, the strange beach in Mexico, and the fireballs in Thailand all continue to capture the imaginations of people around the world. While science may have provided some answers, there is still much about these occurrences that remains beyond our full understanding. Thank you for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed learning about these amazing phenomena. Don't forget to share this video and leave your comments. See you next time in another exciting video.